How are you guys doing? Sorry I wasn't live on Wednesday. Terribly, terribly sorry about that, but yeah. Stella and I were a tad bit worried. Um, Mama knows why, and as well as we need some prayers for Miss Lisa's daughter. Um, she's been in the hospital, so huge prayers for Miss Lisa Jones's daughter, so that she gets better soon and gets to go home soon. So yeah. But we were glad to see Papa all up and at him. I mean, even Stella made a comment saying, "Oh, when he went like that on the video call, it made her heart happy." So yeah, that made our hearts happy. Um, mhm, yeah. Other than that, wow, what a shit show's been happening on YouTube. I guess we can all just sit back and go. Okay, in other cases, you're gonna go. Hey there, mother and daughter YouTube channel, New Orleans lady. Hello, Stella. Where the wind blows, mama. And and hey there, Miss Tina. And hey there to the lurkers who are sitting listening to my irritating voice just so that they can go and gossip somewhere else. Have fun. Hello, we. Oh, awesome. On your way to the beach. That's awesome. Hey there, dragon. So yeah. Hmm. I've been watching stuff lately. What did I miss?
She's not talking to me.
Oh, we.
Ah,
Now we. I gave you the link, so come and air your grievances on the stage. Mama, hit the refresh. I think maybe that'll work. I hope. If not, then I don't know who I'm gonna call, but I'll be calling someone. You're scared? You're not scared. You're not scared of nothing. And I have proof that you're not scared of nothing because you've been very, very vocal recently. Just not about Stella's farts. And she's going, Stella, get another tin of beans. If that's what it takes to get her up on panel, we'll get some more beans.
I like beans and cauliflower, broccoli.
She says there's beans, cauliflower, broccoli. So damn, you're in for a rough ride. Need to remember to plug my nose. What? When you start farting you out the closet so that now got the look.
You're supposed to love all of me.
I do love all of you.
No, you don't.
But those farts are meant to get me out of the closet. Oh. So yeah. Well, I've been looking at a bunch of stuff lately. Well, recently. And I'm thinking about making a new intro and stuff like that, and also getting this channel into a wee bit of a direction. Because it will still be the happy go lucky side, comedic, laughing, crying, helping others channel that it always has been. I just want to extend on it some. Hey there, where the wind blows. So, yeah, with the extending on it some, um, yeah, I was thinking about gaming where possible, and then South African serial killers would be another. So it would be a little bit of everything channel. Even hoping that one day Stella and Mama might decide to do some cooking. That would be awesome. So yeah, how has everybody's week been? You got a message. So yeah, I just want at the end of the day, I want this to be a little bit of everything place. Terrible. Was that YouTube related or non YouTube related? Because if it's YouTube related, I can relate. It was one of the reasons why I was just no, no, no. Yeah, Mama, you've had a very, very, very long week. I'm just happy you got some rest and got something to eat, even if I had to make you hungry. Mom issues? Eh, I got grandma issues. Oh, ain't that fun? Picking fights about needless things and. So yeah, I feel your pain. I definitely, definitely feel your pain. But yeah, the YouTube stuff. Oh yeah, grandma getting tasty. Very, very. It's I don't know. I think it's PMS. It's that time of the month. Although she's 88 and menopause has come and gone. I would if I could, Mama. But yeah. No, other than that, our week has been okay. It's been worrying because we've been worrying about our papa and we've been worrying about Miss Lisa's daughter. So, yeah. And Stella's been working out some stuff and things. Stuff and things, stuff and things. No, I get that smile. She's probably figuring out a way to fart me to sleep for a week.
Why don't I just smoke you over the head
You can schmuck me over the head. With what?
with a fart?
With a fart. But that's what I said. Yeah, if only. I just think it's a more of an old timers thing with grandma. It's we're she's old and set in her ways, and no amount of you trying to make sense makes any sense. So yeah, there's that. Are you gonna sit there or say hello?
There.
Yeah, you can be there. Just say hello.
Oh,
There she is.
hello.
Hello. Hello. So Stella, how was your week? Yeah, yeah. I agree. It's difficult with neurologic and awareness starts to. I thinky. That was me.
working together.
No, we're not. Where?
Ah,
You see?
I see you sneaking into the cupboard.
Oh, so I'm sneaking into the closet. You hear that, we? You hear that? I need to find a place to hide from the farts. I go into the closet, and now I am being accused of colluding with you. Oof. Pretty soon she's gonna lock me in the closet too. Oh, good
No,
lord.
I think I'll go and like.
No, no, we can't do that because then I have to design a shirt for your release as well.
Maybe you'll get a few cents if you're lucky.
Uh-huh. What should I put on the shirt? I'm gonna e-beg on Stella's back.
Set her free so she can stop pissing people off.
Oh, you pretty girl.
Well, obviously, someone in the house.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't think you ever heard any day.
I know,
Mm.
but she can sit and what's the word?
Bitch and what?
That's the thing. She doesn't bitch and moan at me.
Yeah, but
She
that's because she's.
she's
Wouldn't
the
wouldn't
word.
wouldn't you guys agree that the reason why Grandma would never take Stella on directly is because she's a bit scared of her? I think that's the case. She has no problem picking a fight with me, dear.
Because she knows you.
Yeah, because she knows she can only push so far, and then I'm.
Well, hello, Miss Kate.
Hello, Miss Casey. Yeah, we figured.
Yeah, I just went on there and then we went poof.
Um, Stella was like, "Wow, Casey was live for exactly 8 minutes."
Well,
And
almost like
I looked at her and I said, "Did you phone the Guinness Book?" So yeah, but just know that even if I'm not in the chat there with you, when Stella's watching, I'm definitely listening.
I'm basically commenting for both of us.
Yeah, you'll see her say, "The smart ass over there says this." So yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants to come visit with me on panel, considering the fact that we is too chicken, she doesn't want to come and face Stella's farts. So, I'm gonna drop the link, and I dare we to do it. I dare her to. I dare it, my precious. You see, because I think, Lisa Jones, how are you doing? How's your daughter? Chicken looking for rooster. Yeah.
I'm not looking at the chat now. I'm going down some
Oh,
stuff and things.
oh, you're doing some stuff and things. Okay.
Um,
So yeah. That's good, Miss Lisa. We're very, very, very happy to hear that. That is awesome. Hey, what did you know? I think the trolls fucked off. Well, we could hope. Not really much. We were just saying hi and pretty much saying why we didn't go live on Wednesday, and also um, not much else. Oh, and apparently Stella ate a lot of beans, and Lee's complaining about the farts. So yeah, not very much. So much. Be there in a few geriatric thing is cranking up. I feel ya. I definitely feel ya. As I said, we got golden oldie. Sorry. We got golden oldie machines. Golden oldie computers will will get through. And if all else fails, we can already we can always ask Stella to fart your computer into working order. Scare the computer. Tell the laptop if it doesn't work properly, Stella's gonna fart on it.
Which one working?
But
This computer is not working.
we her computer's as golden oldie as ours.
Ah,
So we need to like give the mouse some cheese so that it will run. Banging in the background. Yeah, but I think you soundproofed that closet a bit too well. Because not only can you not hear what's going on the outside, we can't hear what's going on the inside now. So yeah, when you sneak off to do other stuff and things, and we come looking for you, we sit there and go, he's gone. And that is very dramatic for us because what is the point of the Free the We campaign and selling the shirts for your release if you escape? Well, Graham's latest issue started with the other day. Stella was well, she wasn't feeling well. She has a hernia. She's not feeling well, right? So she has her medication and she's drinking it, but it hurts at times. So she wasn't in the happy, sparkly mood. Okay, so then Gran had a problem because she was not in a good mood. So I ignored that and I was just like, you know what, I'm not in the mood for petty shit like that. Everybody's allowed to have an off day. Okay. Next thing, she comes in here. When was it? It was Friday, Saturday. I'm sitting here on the computer. Stella's busy watching a series that she's currently watching. So she comes in here. She says, "Oh, so that's what you do when you have an ulcer. You sit and you play computer games." I was like, "Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's playing games, and she's not playing games. She's sitting here quietly, not bugging anybody. What's your problem?" "I know nothing." And she walks out. Yep. I left it. Not in the mood for crap. Okay. Third one. Saturday afternoon, 6 p.m. Comes at me saying, "How am I supposed to wash the kids' school clothes with this little washing powder that's left?" I was like, "It is Saturday afternoon at 6 p.m. You want to wash the school clothes now? Why? There's a whole day tomorrow. It's called Sunday that the kids' school clothes can be washed." I said, I told you we'll go grocery shopping on the first because the first is when um, basically when the money comes in that I can use for groceries. So I said, we'll go on the first and I'll get the washing powder and I'll get all the stuff that's needed. that little bit that's left over, that can be used to wash the kids' school clothes. But it's not necessary to do it now. It is Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, fine. Now she's in the fact. So it's like, you just want to pick a fight, don't you? No. I said, yes, you do. Because you've been trying 3 times already to get a rise out of me. It's not working. So stop it. So yeah, from there, she kept poking the bear until I said, you know what, I had enough now. And then it came back with the normal, okay, fine, I'll move out. I'll find somewhere else to live. You know what, go then. Okay. It was a bit sad and funny and also sad when she took her phone and wanted to phone somebody to move and then realized that she's got nobody to phone because I'm the only one left. So yeah. And it's not like I'm being a bitch or anything. I mean, I'm pretty easygoing regarding anything. I just don't want somebody to try and rule over somebody else in my own house. I mean, Stella has every right to be in a crappy mood one day if she's in a crappy mood. She has the right to sit and do whatever she likes. I mean, she's not the maid around here. So yeah, but yeah, that was my personal thingamabob with the grand. So yeah, we'll see how she acts tomorrow because tomorrow is the first and she would want to go grocery shopping and she would need to go to the pharmacy to get her meds. So we'll see. But yeah, other than that, things are good. Oh, a couple of weeks ago, what was it? 2 weeks ago, Valerie's other two, 3 weeks ago. About. Do you remember I said that Valerie knocked her mouth and one of her teeth came loose? The other one at the top came loose tonight. Now she didn't knock her mouth again, thankfully, but it came loose too. So yeah, there's another tooth loose. She doesn't go on. Well, where the wind blows, there we're lucky. We don't have a 911. Point two, even if she does call the police, they are going to tell her, "Man, are you being murdered currently? If not, tough luck. If you are, we'll try to allocate a car to get to you. And you'll maybe see them in 2 weeks." So, no, with that, she won't. Because there's nobody to call. It's not like in the US or Canada or Australia, those, the UK. Um, Disability office, yes, but that is for like legal blindness and stuff like that. With elderly, no, because what happens with most elderlies in this country is if your family does not take care of you, you have to pay to go to an old age home. And in an old age home, you're going to be sharing a room with three other old ladies, and it's not much fun. So yeah, currently I'm trying to keep her out of that because she won't be able to afford it anyway. So yeah. Whew. But other than that, so yeah, we just gotta learn how to manage the old curmudgeonly old lady. Yeah, completely different. It's sad in some cases, and Yeah. Well, to us, it's just normal. It's just the way it is. We're used to it, and that's one thing that's odd to me. If you can think about it, there are so many things that happen in our country that we're used to. We just accepted it. It's just what it is. If it were to happen in the US or the UK or anywhere else, it would be wow. People would split their shit. But yeah, um, over here, which also leads me into thinking, why do people just accept things? I know that you get cases where people don't um, accept stuff, and then rebellions happen, and wars, and civil wars, and I'll try that. There you go. Here's something to suck on, especially when she's all pouty. Yeah. So yeah, um, yeah. So it makes me wonder what makes people just mm, accept things. Um, if you take YouTube for example, we've had a whole week of this one attacking that one and going after this one and going after that one and accusations this way, that way, and the other. So at the end of the day, we can establish that it's definitely not about summer anymore. Hasn't been for the longest. And now it's about who can put a knife in whose back the best. When did this become all about the creators? And why is it being allowed to happen? That's one thing I'm wondering, because I want to believe in a system. Specifically, take YouTube for an example. Yes, YouTube is a business, it is a company, but still, why do they not do anything about these channels doing what they're doing? I mean, you got people doxing other people's private information left, right, and center, and there is no repercussions to doing that. None. I mean, you can go and report a post where somebody is doxing somebody else 100 times, and that post still stays. That channel still stays. How how does that work? I want to believe um, that people matter as well. People matter as well as the profits that they make off of YouTube. Because what is happening currently is dangerous. It's dangerous to a lot of people. And it's just as if nothing's being done about it. Uh, yeah. I got a whole family of Don Wells, Candace Wells. Little bit less, well, less alcohol, but the same manner, drama. No, what I mean um, with that is like you got this channel, voices behind the shit, Bob and Laurie, and you got Benny, and you got Nicolina, and you got Rap, and you got everybody fighting with everybody. But one thing I do not agree with is the doxing of people. I don't care who's doing it. I do not care who's doing the doxing. That is not right. And the same with that. The same with that, Miss Casey. People talking crap about this creator and that creator, but their sub count keeps going up. How does that work? Their sub count goes up, doesn't go down. I mean, are we living in a world right now where people are just aching for the next drama fix? I mean, I thought this was the true crime genre of YouTube, the true crime community. But currently, it is drama community. So it was like when Tiffany Marie left the drama community to come to true crime, she brought the drama with her, and now everybody's doing it. Now everybody's trying to be the high ruler of YouTube, which is bullcrap and then some. Mm, wow, Discord is lagging. Takes 33 minutes for a message to come through. And the other day they didn't even come through. So yeah, I mean, I do not get it. I don't. It's Miss Lisa. I feel like joining you in that. I agree. I agree with you, Miss Casey. You can't sit and just talk crap about Jody Sue all day, every day. No,
It's old news.
I mean Jody Sue is a douchebag. I mean, and that is the best compliment I can give her.
Hype on me.
She talks a world worth of shit. I do not understand how this woman got to the point of subscribers that she did. I think 90% of them consist of hate watchers because I can't see how anybody enjoys being gaslit, manipulated, lied to, and being told about themselves so much. I poking the bears. Why? What is that helping? And then also the fact that it was recently said that there was a photo released of Summer, or a photo seen of Summer, with no clothes on, which was apparently taken by True, Ali's daughter. Why wasn't that given to law enforcement, given to TBI, FBI, Hawkins County? Why was it brought to YouTube? Because that is something that I really can't handle. That is exploitation to the damn max. Hello!
I heard exploitation and thought I should make an appearance. I am being exploited. Everybody help me, please. Help, 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 help. Thank you.
Exploited by Stella's farts?
Well, first you had me making merch 24 hours a day. Then you cruelly both abandoned me and left us all with a bunch of literally insane people on the YouTubes. You left us here with these crazy mofos, and it hasn't gone very well. I'm just saying, it has, taken several turns.
I am so terribly sorry.
I put my makeup on just for you, Stella. My hair did and everything. Yes.
We didn't mean to to abandon you. We
You say that, however, you have seen the destruction that I was ramping up to in your absence any longer than this, and I would not have been responsible for what was about to be said next, because some people need to be told a few things.
well, I was actually planning on joining you in that adventure and endeavor
That's what we should do.
because I think we've been staying quiet for far, far too long. Being respectful and, yeah,
Yeah.
live and let live and all that sort of thing while everybody else is like going in dry.
Oh, going in dry with barbs on, possibly electrified in some way. Zero permission was either asked nor given. It was all just forceful and unnecessary. It was all a bunch of crazy shit. Do you all even know what we're talking about, everyone?
Okay. In case you guys have no clue what we're talking about, we're discussing all the fuckery that's been happening on YouTube.
There's been a lot of crazy. Not good
I mean,
crazy, not fun crazy, just crazy people doing crazy
okay,
things.
you'll have to give everybody a crash course because the answer is no, no, no.
Oh Lord, I don't. Right. In short, the easiest way to explain this is you may have heard of a person called Benny Keys. Possibly.
Possibly.
If you have, you will know he's a bit of a polarizing figure in this community. At best, you either love him or loathe him. There doesn't seem to be an in between, to be fair.
Yeah.
A few months ago, well, possibly maybe at least 8, but almost 6 months ago, there were a lot of our friends that went towards that side of the fence, shall we say.
Yeah.
And I don't like calling it a side because one person doesn't control a side. It takes more than that. It takes everybody to be part of it. And a lot of our friends went over there, and that made me very, very sad for so many reasons. Because I know that that's not somebody I could support for
Mm.
everything I have seen him done in the 2 years previous to this. And some of them have had a taste of their own medicine recently.
Yeah.
Partly some newer people who had come into the creator space who have spent months singing Benny's praises, months claiming about, like most people, how they know everything and have all the information. Well, here, if you have all the information, either share it or shut up. One of those two. Either prove it or be quiet. Because it doesn't help anybody just saying, oh, well, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You're right, and I won't unless you say something. What do you want people to do? Beg? Grow up. So yeah, there was a quite forceful movement of some people basically trying to shut other people down if they had anything contradictory to say, any
Yeah.
contradictory opinion. All while Benny has played his, oh, I didn't know, just the same as Tiffany Marie, to be fair. They're both getting a turn at this shit stick today, sorry. They have both pretended, oh, I I didn't know any of that was happening. Well, what were you doing? If you can't pay attention to some very basic information in a case that you're meant to be involved in pretty much 24/7, and this is out of your own mouth, what are you looking at exactly? If you have missed all of this, it's very different if you say, yes, I acknowledge that, but I didn't agree with it because of this, this, and this. It could be explained, but it's not. It's just, I didn't even know it had happened. Wow, shock horror. I had no idea. Well, then, I'm sorry, but you're stupid. And if your entire chat of hundreds of people can follow from loving and supporting other people to, in a heartbeat, hating other people just because of a creator say so, then those people need to check themselves. I mean, what age are you? What mental capacity do you have? Even Grandma on her most angry day still has more mental fortitude than any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Stand up, speak up, and either hold your creators accountable, especially the people who you think are your friends. There's so many people who just want to be, oh, yes, you're great, you're amazing, I love you, you're fantastic. That's lovely until something goes wrong. And we all know that things in life go wrong. They go wrong. You need somebody who's going to have your back when it goes wrong.
Exactly. I mean, that's the other thing that really has been grinding my gears for a while, is the fact that when you go up and you do not agree with something that someone said or somebody's behavior, if you dare to go up and go up on a panel or go up on your own channel and say, I don't agree with what this person is doing, guaranteed their controls are going to run right over there and say, guess what this one said? And then what happens next? Your shit gets doxed out because you dared to disagree.
Right.
Or call something out. Instead of growing some balls, figuratively speaking, and picking up a damn telephone call, having a private conversation saying, listen, I hear you got a problem with something I said or something I did.
Yeah, speak to me.
Let's talk about it like two adults. But no, it's much better to use your platform to have a bitching session about stuff. I mean,
right? Under the guise of sharing facts. You're not. All you've done for weeks now is share your opinion. If that's all it takes, Griffey, Stella, myself, Grandma, the kids, anybody, all of us combined have done more true crime in the past 5 minutes than all of those other people. If that's what that is, which it isn't, it's just watching some sort of very bad soap opera. Very bad one. Not one of the good, funny Spanish ones where everything's all sexy and wonderful and people's like they're dying and coming back. Well, that happens here too, but you know what I mean. You know, there's a lot of strange occurrences, and people seem to be very willing to turn a blind eye to a lot of things that I hope to God they would not do in their real lives. These are the same people who wonder, why did nobody say anything about summer? Well, for exactly the same reason you're not saying anything when you see somebody doing similar shitty behavior.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything. You're enjoying the sideshow. That's what they
Yeah.
did.
I mean, I don't get it. It's something that really does my head in, because if you look at things, I don't agree with Benny on a fuck ton of things. But do you see me getting up and getting my chest all puffed out and say, I'm on whatever team is against Benny? No. Because if the dude does something to me personally, I will call him. Or I'll find a way to call him. I don't have his number. So, yeah. And say, listen, this is the problem. But I think that ultimately people are giving people too much rent space in their heads.
Yeah, and
When,
control
yeah,
over the control over yourself as a sub,
yeah,
control over a story by just feeding a bunch of uh, unresearched information or poorly researched information
yeah,
out as being facts. It's all, and people are happy just to sit back and not do anything. And that's all well and good until it comes to you being the one that's on the receiving end of it. And that's the part where it gets messy. And I think some people are seeing that right now. The very behaviors they've been happy with for months, now they're getting a touch of it and they don't like it.
yeah. Eden, no. I don't speak to mystery angels or of mystery angels or anything like that regarding mystery angels. That is a chapter that I happily close down and want no part of. I don't, I won't stand for Chip's bullshit and crap stories and making up lies and stuff like that. No, it's just no. I know a lot of people don't believe it and say, oh, yeah, but she's a very good person and she really is ill and she's really this and that. You know what? You guys did not spend the amount of time with her that I did. And I did that on a daily basis. I was thrust into that to go and help and nearly got my ass handed to me for it.
Yeah, she's.
Um, I'm. That's one thing I just got to say. I think Mama Aquahoma prayed me and Stella out of a whole lot of shit on YouTube, because I mean that's one thing I wanted to point out to you. Everybody's like talking about um, everybody gets a turn when it comes to Benny. Everybody gets a turn um, when they're getting flipped on.
Yeah,
And I mean, we're seeing a lot of that happening
he
now.
builds people up to put them back down again because people
Yeah,
have given him again that control of the situation.
that was one thing that I'm so grateful for, that I was on his panel once. I got out and stayed out
Yep, yep.
because I can't. He's not. I mean, I didn't have a problem with him before. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff that he did, but I could just not subscribe and not go there, not encourage the bullshit, and there, I'm happy. No problem.
Yeah.
But you see it with
Especially when you
so,
see it happening right in front of your eyeballs. Like
yeah,
it's happening in real time. But you have either access to information that most other people didn't at the time. So you're the only one who knows. So if you stand up and say something, you look like a raging psychopath who's
yeah,
just picking on poor Benny and you should be quiet. You're like, it is possible to disagree with someone and have a different opinion and it not come from a place of hate. You make it into hate whenever that is all you allow is either constant praise or nothing.
Yeah.
You give
So
people no choice, no middle ground.
yeah, I mean, and if you sit and look at it, how many creators have turned into that recently? I mean, if you sit and think about it, you can't blame Benny for everything.
No, there's people who think he literally pays creators to do his work for him,
Yeah.
that he is in direct communication with the feds, the CIA, local police. And look, with all the best will in the world, no. He maybe wants to give that impression sometimes, but if you really think that, I mean, we all need to hop off the planet immediately if that's the case.
Yeah.
Just build a
It's
wee rocket and shoot off.
what got me. What got me is the fact that so many people are following the example.
Right?
I, I mean, we discussed previously how creators, when they started out, they portrayed this image. They portrayed, hi, this is who I am. And it got all of us so excited. Look at this. Look at this lady. She's awesome. She's going just for the facts and she's doing her best and nothing else matters to her. She's let's try and get her up to 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens after the 1,000 subs? The mask drops off.
Yeah.
So now it's a question of not only are the masks dropping, but the shitty behaviors coming out all the more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think my biggest question to all of them is, what are they going to do when Summer's case is over?
I'm not Mora. I'm sorry. I'm not. Everybody thinks I am, but I'm not. I'm a different person entirely. Don't worry about it. We're cool. It's just it happens all the time. I'm like, no, we're not the same person. She's Scottish. I'm a Northern Irish Scottish hybrid Ewok person.
I mean, as I said, you get the
It's okay.
creators, and what are you sorry about, Eden?
I know. I was just saying it's not me. That wasn't me, but no need to be sorry. We're cool. We're cool. Just all good.
Or
Some Scottish lady who people confuse me with. Similar but not the same accent, but
okay,
similar-ish enough.
yeah, that's Wee Frosty Ewok.
Yeah, yeah. For example, Mara has popped up on Prayer Gardens, for example. And again, no shade. Everybody has their own niche or their own selected people that they'll follow. But that's not me. Um. So yeah.
But you see, there I am firmly with Oklahoma. I'm leaving a bunch. I unsubscribed from quite a few, and I'm like, no. So now I just watch whatever sent and said, gotta check this out because wow, this just happened. And it's all centered around the about basically the creator war. It's no new news on Summer apart from crazy critter lady on the farm and that photograph that I mentioned earlier. I don't see why that had to be brought to YouTube.
Right.
That was clearly just to get some people into your live stream, to get your views up, to get your clicks and all your crap by exploiting fact that you have a picture of Summer without clothes on, sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
How is that justice to that child?
Yeah.
No.
And to be fair, there's another creator who also talks about that picture and another one constantly describes them in minute details, but then says, oh no, I won't show them, they're too bad. But you've just spent 25 minutes explaining everything about the picture. You have actually created a worse image
Yeah.
in people's heads than just showing it and letting people decide for themselves or not acknowledging it at all. It's very strange, very, very strange how people seem to not see what's happening in front of them. You're talking about it, but not.
Yeah.
Why?
That is just, that would be, you see, that is one of the big reasons why I said I do not want a true crime channel and I do not want to cover Summer Wells. It was things like that because I would not be able to live with my conscience bringing something like that to the table and talking about it, saying, yeah, I have this picture in my possession. And with the, yeah, I'm not going to show it because it's too graphic, but I'm going to spend 25 minutes describing it to you.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And it just makes me wonder, where did these people lose their souls? Because
Well,
I can't see a person with a conscience and with a soul that can actually do something like that.
because they're too busy trying to flex their own either internet clout or reach or their audience base, whatever it is. It doesn't matter whether it's 10 people or 10,000. It doesn't matter. Um, I think some people genuinely don't care, or some people feel like, well, it's all fair game. I mean, if that's what you think, consider that information being shared about your family, your loved one, and how you would feel about it,
I'd go batshit.
right? Right.
I would go batshit. Because, I mean, Valerie lost another tooth tonight. I won't even take a picture of that and put it on Facebook.
No, no.
So,
People
no.
are twisted. Everybody is twisted in some ways, some more than others, some more dangerously than others. With some people, it's amusing, but there are some people who are literally just dangerous.
Yeah.
And they will act like they're friendly with people for months and then expose all of their dirty secrets. It doesn't matter whether you're cuddling up to a suspect in a case or a creator or creators between creators or somebody who goes after their subs. It's all the same. It's all the same. You're a bad person that does that. You don't like them anymore, just don't talk to them. If you've got information about illegal stuff, hand it in to law enforcement. That's important.
Well, hmm. Good question. Um, okay, my question to you: if Summer were a South African little girl that got missing under the same circumstances and it was brought to YouTube and everybody started talking about it, wouldn't you watch? Wouldn't you have an opinion on something? I mean, just because I'm not in the US does not mean that I do not care.
I see that a lot, and I think there's a miscommunication there from the fact that yes, we are not from the States, we don't live in the States, we aren't part of it, all the rest. But there are different crime sets that are more prevalent in different geographical areas. For example, the things that happen in Griffey's area and the things that happen in my area are similar, but the root cause is different, but similar consequences. There is a big difference with America, though, because of the amount of information that you guys can share with public information that a lot of other countries don't have. Europe especially has some very restricted data protection laws for a good reason. Our cases would be very limited to share, and if you look into any European case, you will get most of the dry information, shall we say. You not get all of what you've seen here, for sure. Even the most salacious piece would only be once in a blue moon in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
America's different on that score, that you can look up somebody's record who lives in that street without having to, contact your local police station and file an information request, and it's not the same. So that's why I think a lot of people who are outside the States would gravitate towards some American true crime stuff. There's just more information available. Even for Canadians, that they will tell you the same thing for the same reason. Same stuff happens for the most part.
One of the things, I don't know if it's the same for you guys in the UK, right? I don't know if it's the same for you, but here in South Africa, specifically the fact that we're a third world country and we're still pretty backwards on quite a lot of things. So to us, America and the UK, um, we as South Africans, well, over here, we look at the USA as the best country in the world, and the UK the best country in the world. I mean, they run parallel with each other. South Africans have more regard and curiosity and all that for the US and the UK than what we would, for example, about Hong Kong or Taiwan or China, because we see it all in the movies. So you can basically see South Africans as a bunch of children watching a movie going, I want to go live there.
Well, and it's the same here to an extent too, because obviously you have the language being the same initially. That's one big barrier removed. And obviously, the volume of output. When you have somewhere that is so much bigger than our countries are, with a much bigger population, it leads to a very different set of circumstances. Like, whenever Americans think of Ireland or South Africa, they're like, oh, I would love to go on a holiday there.
Yeah.
But that would be as for the most part, not everybody now, but for the most part, that's about as much thought as has went into our countries. Is I would go there for a couple of weeks, a week. It would be great, and then I would go away again. That's all I want to see.
So yeah, it's just so we're like little kids going like, oh, I want to go there. So for us seeing the crimes and the missing children and all the things that happen there, it gets us invested. We're invested emotionally. So even though we're thousands of miles away, we're glued and trying to help with research and looking up things and doing this, that, and the other because maybe, just maybe, we can do a little bit of a we can we can we can bring about a little bit of a difference,
Right?
possibly get to something that somebody else didn't see. So yeah, I mean that ultimately is why Stella and I, when we started, I mean, because we started watching Kendall Ray.
Yeah, I like her.
We started watching Kendall Ray. We didn't watch anybody else. We watched Kendall Ray, and then the next minute, you know that Google listens to you and YouTube and all that. So then all these missing children cases came up, and it's summer, and we started watching. And from there, we've been buggered because we haven't been able to watch anything else. Yeah, we've watched the other cases and the other missing children, and we feel sad and we want to try and help all the ways we can. But in looking at Summer's case, I also came to the realization that in a lot of ways, YouTube is damaging these children's cases.
But
It's
then that can be
helpful.
said with anything, to be
Yeah,
fair. With
true.
anything. Because it was the same with newspapers, it was the same with TV media. There's always it all depends on the information that is being provided and for what purpose. And
True.
the expertise of the person delivering in that as well.
You see, the points that I think it can be helpful is if the facts are brought out as they come out. But then I mean actual facts, not speculation, not opinion, but facts that can be proven over and over and over again. But now you got people bringing in their opinions, and you got people bringing in speculation, you got others bringing out straight out lies, and that's where the damage starts.
Mm. And it is
That
possible to speculate, to
yeah,
theorize,
yeah,
to try to connect dots, but that has or should be done, in my opinion, in a very careful way where it is literally repeated ad nauseum that this is my opinion.
yeah,
This is, my once a week speculation stream or whatever it is. I don't care. Whatever way that person does it. As long as it's made very clear that there's a differentiation between I don't like this person and this is what
mhm,
this person has done. Those should be vastly different. What you can prove and what you think are very different. And
yeah.
there's so much out here where if we all wanted to just start up a channel and just run our mouths, we could all do it. But why?
Yeah.
What purpose are you serving?
Good question. That is that's as I said, it's a bugger up of a situation actually because you got fair points on the one side and you got fair points on the other side as well. So basically, it's a double edged sword because it's good but it's also bad.
Yep.
Hello, you don't know me, and Eden.
Hello.
Let me show you why it's the Toothless Hooker Gang. So yeah, it shows you haven't been here in a while. Lots of things have been happening. So okay, I'm gonna show you some stuff.
While Griffey's looking for that, hello everybody. I didn't say it properly when I came in. I was just all as usual. Hello. I
Yeah,
love
well,
you
you know, we love
all.
you. We love you for it.
Honestly, if Griffey hadn't and Stella hadn't turned up tonight, I was about to
Oh,
get myself into all sorts of trouble. I'm telling you
oh,
all that.
oh,
Come pick
yeah.
us up.
Yeah, I got a bunch of warnings. Okay, Eden, you see that? That is our Toothless Hooker Gang shirt. It was inspired due to the fact that we played cowboy hookers, also known as Red Dead Redemption 2. Well,
It's
Red
not
Dead
on the
Redemption
screen,
5.
Griffey. It's not on the screen.
It's showing me that it's sharing. Why is it not sharing?
It's lying to you.
Hmm. Is it showing now?
Let's see.
Unless, can you guys see it? And am I the only one who can't? Would that be a better question? I just realized there's that option as well.
I think I know why. That's probably why.
Ah.
Hey, you see, I forgot to hit the button. There you go. There's our Toothless Hooker Gang shirt. And we also have a campaign of Free the Wee. You see, because our dear Frosty Ewok has been kidnapped and we're holding her ransom. So we made a merch shirt for her, Free the Wee. So every merch shirt of Free the Wee that gets bought goes into the ransom fund to free Wee from our closet.
Yes. Please help me. Please.
So
Please.
yeah.
I'm adorable and it gets slightly toxic in here of a night time. The funny part is, Lisa Jones, I don't even. So if I did, if we would, I mean, you think my mouth can get me into trouble now? It would be out of control. Out of control completely.
Well, even on there, you'll see there's also another shirt called the Buy a Donkey shirt. And it was inspired by Miss Ashley's daughter because we did a live stream once when we were driving in town and we went to the shopping mall and we came out and Miss Ashley's daughter wanted to know why I called some dude an ass. And I was like, what? I didn't call anybody an ass. And then she said, yeah, you called him a donkey. And I burst out laughing because buy a donkey in Afrikaans means thank you. So I made another shirt, which is called the Buy a Donkey shirt, which is buy a donkey, not buy a donkey, which means thank you, not calling you an ass. So yeah. Um, yeah, Eden, that is a Teespring store, so it's based in America. You guys will get your merch very, very quickly. I, on the other hand, have to wait 7 months and have to send 4 different emails and then end up paying import taxes. So yeah, like that.
Um,
The wind told me about this channel now.
Okay.
yeah, he's good, but what I will say is don't give any creator the complete power to give you your information about a case. It doesn't matter who they are, what credentials they have, because even if they were former law enforcement or a lawyer or a forensic scientist, their speciality is in one area. They can't give you a fully rounded picture. So there are
Yeah.
bits of that case that you will always miss. And those are the bits that help to join it all together. Now, obviously, nobody has the time to do that with everything. And
Yeah.
it would be very heavy and very boring for most people. But just don't put your complete trust in one person. Always maintain healthy skepticism and the ability to do your own research to find out what is the truth, because there has been literally no one I have found in true crime, literally no one,
Yeah.
who will either cover the entire thing, the entire story as it is, with all of the pertinent information and some of the background information
Hmm.
accurately. There's always things that are left out either for time reasons, due to that presenter's style, due to maybe a narrative if you feel they are forcing that, all sorts of different reasons. So compare and contrast.
You see what Lisa Jones says? You
What'd
see,
she
she
say?
just split your cover right there. She said, "Oh, hush, you are our detective." So you see, everybody has your lead on where to go and who to listen to, and
Inspector
and
Weed.
and actually, we love the huge books that you leave on the comment sections of some of these creators.
Right, and that's me being succinct. I trust me, I could turn that into a novel. But when I've got to that point of the seal being broken in order to leave a comment, um, especially for certain people,
Yeah,
I still try to keep it on point. But no matter what you say, somebody's always going to either derail it, misunderstand it, misquote it, take umbrage to it, no matter what, but I've gone way past the point of even worrying about that anymore. I'm just trying to, it's like, you know,
hmm?
you didn't realize that the feds and the TBI hadn't used Summer's picture from the car video. Why? What information are you looking at, sir?
Mhm. So yeah, it's just yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
also very frustrating for us who are outside the US when you guys do have a wealth of information available that we don't have. And we're like, you've no idea how much that would change cases if we had the same ability to share that information. I mean, here in both the north and south of Ireland, for example, if someone has been convicted of SA or CP, you as a you only have a right to know that information either when their name has been published in the newspaper, and that'll usually only be once, maybe twice when they get to sentencing. Um, but as a normal citizen, you have to request that information. We don't have apps and registries, and you can't go and check somebody's name and see if they have a restraining order against them, you know, all of those things that are pretty common practice over there. And those things make a big difference. Like
it
everybody
does.
still knows, but you know what I mean. There's a big difference between rumor and proof again.
Yeah, and that's one thing that whenever I say it, I get riled at a little. When I go out on a limb and say that American citizens, Americans specifically, are fortunate as fuck.
Yeah.
because of all the things that they have, all the systems that are in place, all the things that are there to help them. Then, yeah, but still don't have this, and we don't have that, and we don't have this. Yeah, but you have a boatload of other things. Here, where I'm sitting, there's no freedom of speech. I don't have a First Amendment right. I cannot plead the Fifth because that does not exist over here. We don't have that luxury. So, yeah, that is a good point that you're mentioning, the fact that there are so many things over there that are so much more advanced and put in place that's not the same in the rest of the world, which is sad.
Yeah. Very basic safety public information. Like, we're not talking about, you know, your next door neighbor down the road had a fling with somebody. We're not talking about that. We're talking, people who have already been convicted of something or have had some legal process taken against them, and there's no way to find that out. And the very select few that can find out, the criteria is so strict that it becomes almost impossible to find that information anyway.
Yeah, it might be off topic, but I agree with Mama that Jodie Sue Brown's cat Gherkin has qualified for feline disability due to emphysema and secondhand smoke.
Oh
That
my
poor cat.
god.
The
I
poor,
mean,
poor, poor cat.
I'm waiting to see that cat in some sort of bariatric chamber, a bit like, Michael Jackson used to do, like just with a full wee mask and a little hermetically sealed environment. Just keep me away from everything else.
I think when it's possible, I'll try to construct a little hazmat suit for the cat. Send
Little
it over
bubble
with
cat.
from South Africa.
The bubble cat of Beach Creek.
No, that So yeah, you got Jodie Sue carrying on with the shit that she's carrying on with. You got everybody else carrying on with their own shit. I mean, last week it was everybody against Jodie Sue week, and now it's everybody against everybody else week. It's as if poor Jodie Sue's not getting attention no more. We need to send Lisa Jones in there
Yep.
to
And they're
go and feed.
so busy fighting with everybody else that they
Yeah,
can't even acknowledge the points where they do agree with somebody else, because it's way more important to be able to discredit another person than it is to say, well, that's the one point we see eye to eye on, and build upon that somewhere. Maybe try to work things out or learn. Maybe they know something you don't. And I'm not sitting up here saying I'm any different from anybody else.
yeah,
But watching all of this happen it becomes crazy. It literally becomes infuriating. You were
yeah.
happy to partner up with someone who will lie, who will grift, who will misrepresent stories or information whenever you were friends. But this week it's not cool with you because why? And if you knew for months, why did you do nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing. You let your own subs and that person's subs still labor under the misapprehension that you guys were good. Why? Because you didn't want to ruin your own reputation? That was more important to you than caring for the people that you say that you love?
Yeah.
no matter how shallowly you might mean that.
One thing that also struck me as odd, and it's completely high school drama, high school shit, was you got how many creators and followers and subs and all that of this channel, right? And now this creator has done them wrong somehow. So
Mm.
what is the first thing they do? They go to the channel that is talking the most shit about that
Mm.
creator that slighted them.
Right?
Yeah, that's what we got to do. That is the way to go. What?
Right. And if you are happy even being cordial with someone who can be content with either telling lies or deliberately misleading people, it will come back to you.
Yeah,
Everybody, you will get your turn just as much as you can gloat over somebody else getting theirs. For example, look at Ernie and Benny, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do you know what? We used to have the same thing with Benny and No Thanks. Back and
mm,
forth, back and forth. Benny and AB, back and forth, back and forth. And it's not me just digging at Benny, there's a lot of people who do this.
yeah. I mean, take
It's,
Tiffany Marie for example. She was Jody Sue's
yeah,
bestie,
yeah.
bestie,
Who was
and
full of
now,
praise for Jodie Sue, full of it.
and now it went in dry, and now Tiffany Marie is Benny's new best friend. What the
Right?
fuck? It's like what? You got old. You got like, and I don't mean old as in they're old creators, but I mean you got creators that have been here from day one that you don't see anymore. You don't see them at all.
Yeah.
The only place that you do see them is in these drama chats going, yeah, no, we're with you. We support you. We're with you 100%. What?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
It shouldn't be so normal to do a complete 180 on someone for little to no reason. Or at least if you do have reasons and you are going to attack someone else's character and perhaps their livelihood, whatever, um, at least provide where you got that information from.
Yeah.
Show people how you came to that conclusion. I don't follow quite as well as some others might maybe, and I think maybe that's what leaves. I know that Griffey and I have talked about this a fair bit whenever we don't tend to do group think. I mean, all of you could say to me now, we are totally wrong. We hate tiny sandwiches. It's about time we had circular sandwiches. I would be like, well, let's talk about the sandwiches. Explain to me why you feel that way. Let's try them out. Let's have a little experiment about the sandwiches.
And then Mama's gonna come in and talk about the blueberry muffin, and the fact
Right.
that you stole it, ran
God
away with
damn
it.
it. Damn it.
So out goes the tiny sandwiches, and in comes the blueberry muffin. But yeah, there was one creator that I listened to a while back, and I make a point of not agreeing with her on much. Mountain.
Uh-huh.
I listened to a live stream, a short one, man, 30 minutes that she
And
did.
so, at the end of the day, the story is that we, and I'm a subscriber too, are all here for the same thing. Carry on.
Okay, okay. So without saying, goes without saying.
Always goes without saying, but let me tell you about it.
I do agree, and I mean, with the point of the other children, the other missing children need help too. They need help too. I agree.
Mhm.
I agreed with her about the fact that it's all about all this made up drama back and forth between this creator and that creator and all that. I do agree that that is bullshit. That needs to end because that is not helping anybody. It's just causing people mental distress. And the funny thing about it was that we spoke about that same thing a couple of weeks ago. We started
Yep.
talking about how this is affecting people, how this is affecting subs, followers of the channels, and how this is not helping to find those missing people, those
Yep.
missing children. And so, yeah, I did find it odd and I did find it quite hilarious. That goes without saying. But some points of what she said, I do agree on. Do I agree enough to subscribe to her and follow and comment like a good little subscriber? No. But I do agree she does have some valid points, and that is the thing that I do lately. I'll listen to things. There's some things I agree on, there's other things I do not.
Yeah.
But I make a point of not putting any creator up on a pedestal anymore because I have done that twice.
Yeah.
I have put people up on pedestals who I thought were genuinely good people who turned out to be not good people. So, yeah, I just everybody has their good points and their bad points. Every person has their good days and their bad days. But at the end of the day, if you want to be in a public arena and share your thoughts and opinions and all that with the general public, have them come and listen to you. You need to have a certain degree of professionalism and not start out good and all nice and all fine and then later turn into a douchebag that just wants the money for it.
Yep. And some boundaries. You need to have boundaries with your friendships for everyone. You don't need to make it a big deal of how to work that out, but this extreme of undying love or absolute hate is intolerable. Until what? You fall out with somebody else? Now you want to be my friend again? Well, here's the thing, I didn't change. You wanted to go play over there? Go play there. Enjoy it.
And I agree with Oklahoma as well and with Lisa, ironically enough. Oklahoma's opinion, my opinion is this: not all people want to be your friend. They want to get close enough to bite you and then throw you out. I agree.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about what they can get out of you and how long you can be used until you're no longer needed and then you're tossed out.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yeah. And I agree, Miss Lisa Jones, you are perfect. We won't hurt your feelings.
No. I love you.
We
Not in
love
a
you.
not in a I love you baby kind of way. As in I have
Love you, baby.
genuine like and respect for everybody that is here.
Yeah, I mean, we try to provide a loving and safe, happy-go-lucky, party-themed type chat room for everybody. I mean, we want everybody to be happy and welcome over here, and all opinions matter. I mean, if you want to come in here and tell me, you know what, Griffey, I think that you're running your mouth when you shouldn't be. Okay,
Bring it to my hate channel. Bring it to the hate channel. Just saying.
take it to Wee's hate channel.
Yeah.
You won't see me sitting up here telling you about yourself on my perfect little platform, and then when I'm done saying my piece without giving you a chance to say your piece, blocking you. How's that the adult thing to do? That's a god complex, and they're running rampant over YouTube. So yeah, no. Which is also one of the reasons why I've been so up in the air when it comes to my own channel, which is why I want to take it in all sorts of different directions. Doing gaming, doing cooking with Stella and Mama, and doing old cases of South African serial killers because that's already been solved and done, and everything is.
Yeah.
Everybody got their thing.
Yeah.
That I would do. So yeah, I mean, I'll do that because I can't report on the current things that are happening in South Africa because it's filtered for the US. It's
Yep.
filtered for the UK. I mean, I bet you half of the things that I have told you about what happens in this country you never saw on the news.
Absolutely. And vice versa. I mean,
Because it gets
everybody.
filtered.
Yeah. Yeah. We. It would be very interesting, I think, for other people. I mean, you get it in the States a bit where people will think, oh, Chicago, that's a scary place. Terrible things happen there. Oh, Nevada, you find hookers and gambling. Oh, it's all very
And
dramatic.
people getting buried in the desert by
Oh,
the
yes,
mafia.
yes. Yes, yes. How dare I forget about the mafia? They were doing all the things. But yeah,
It was bad.
but all of those things happen here too.
Yeah.
It's funny how people come to an expectation of the world that because apartheid is over, technically, in South
Yeah.
Africa, and
Been a
because
long.
technically the peace process was entered into and supposedly civil war was ended here, how that people think that that went to a peaceful country overnight. It
Yeah.
hasn't. It
No.
hasn't. There's stuff that goes on all the time that I really don't think that happens in most other people's parts of the world.
Yeah.
Like the whole Oscar Pistorius thing, for example. A very unique set of circumstances came together again, a bit like Summer's case, a bit like all cases, to be able to let things unfold in the way that they did. That wouldn't have been the same had the same story happened in New York, Paris,
Nope.
you know, Jerusalem. It would be very different in all the different places because you have completely different backgrounds of people.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that fascinates me about true crime. People and how they interact. Just sometimes you see more of the, and I don't just mean violence, but the bad side of people. The twisted, manipulative selfishness of some people, and that's disappointing. At least if there's a balance on some sort of level, I think we all might get the impression we would survive
True.
somehow.
It's, yeah, so I mean, and I'm sure there's things that happen in Northern Ireland that are pretty much hidden and filtered out so that the rest of the world doesn't hear about that.
Every day. We still have bombs every day. We still have shootings every day. But we're in a time of supposed civil peace.
Prayers to you, Miss Pamela. Miss Pamela is asking for prayers. Her aunt passed away yesterday morning.
No, I'm sorry to hear that, Pamela.
Our deepest condolences, Miss Pamela. So yeah, I mean, it's just one big bugger up. So
Right?
that's why I think we need a little diversity in all things.
And more tiny sandwiches.
More tiny sandwiches. More tiny sandwiches. More meaningless, needless hookering and cowboy hookering and
Right?
what do you call Assassin's Creed? Uh, Cassandra.
Ancient hookers.
Ancient hookering. So yeah, I mean, eh. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I have, and I know I've pretty much been talking in circles tonight, but it's because this week has had me in circles. Yes, hooker lives matter too, Mama. Which is why I'm so grateful that Miss Lisa's daughter is feeling better and is doing better and is back home. That means that our Miss Lisa is also automatically feeling better, and we can all get back to the free, the we, and hooker lives matter. But
Hooker lives are very important.
I agree, you don't know me. All life matters.
Yeah.
We definitely. Well, Miss Lisa, you got a very impressive board over there. So what we'll do is, if anybody can think of any further hashtags that need to be put in there, throw it in the Discord for Miss Lisa. If you are not on Discord, send me a message on Facebook and I'll forward them to Miss Lisa. Well, Miss Casey, I can that if he plays on PC, I can always give him my gamer tag, and whenever I play something that is multiplayer or online or something like that, I'll play with him. That sounded not good, but you know what I mean.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on. I'll play computer games with your son.
Oh, he plays PlayStation.
Ah, okay. Well, then we need to find something that goes cross-platform because I don't have a PlayStation. With Windows, oh my god, I put JS Blue Balls in. Hashtag JS Blue Balls and Scott H's chat. Well, he is of age but the wrong gender.
Yeah.
I think Stella seems undecided.
It comes down to really. You want to take that chance, do you? Oh. Whenever this camera picks up that light differently now. It just needed a knock apparently. The bed light over there.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I have a feeling she's gonna eat a couple of more cans of baked beans tonight.
Right. I know. She's definitely on one. Pray for me, everyone. I mean, let's just hope I will survive the night, if possible.
But yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys do not mind, but I'm going to be signing off earlier this evening than what I usually do. It's just merely because I don't want to be talking you guys in circles, and yeah, I want to come back on Wednesday with a new live stream with nice, good, awesome things to talk about and things to show you, and yeah, all of the things. And if I'm lucky, you don't know me, I'm gonna try this week because I have discovered one thing that makes Stella sing. So if I
Math.
can, if I no, if I can duplicate that, I'll record her and I'll play it for you on the next live.
I don't sing.
You do sing.
I don't sing.
You do sing.
Where?
That's right.
Gonna
Bye bye,
think this
Miss
is be a pay-per-view video.
R rated.
Right?
But yeah. So thanks for joining us and being here with us and spending time with us while we're talking in circles and venting at all the fuckery and things that have been going on here. We love you all to bitsies and we'll be praying for you guys who need it. Hope you have an awesome afternoon further, or evening, or morning, depending on what you have. Love you plenty, and we will be back on Wednesday with something a bit more upbeat and happy.
She's putting me back in the closet, everyone.
No, I'm
Okay.
not putting you back in the closet. You can come lay on the bed. We'll
You
stroke
said
your
that
hair.
last week, and look what happened. Look what happened.
We'll stroke your hair while Stella farts.
Well, I need to be conscious to remember the occasion.
But yeah, love you guys bunches, and thanks for joining us. Wait,
Love you.
did you pass out from the noxious fumes already?
Probably.
Okay, well let me put you to bed. Bye
Okay.
everybody.
Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.